I'm 17 years old, and I love to paint and draw. I'm working 2 jobs to pay my way through school while I'm currently attending Johnson County Community College. I just started my sophomore year, and I'm working on my major in animation. I've been drawing ever since I can remember. From only being 5, I spent most of my time at my grandparents' house. I had a single working mom, so I was only able to see her on weekends. Even in kindergarten, I knew that art was what I wanted to do. But soon after that, I went on to homeschooling as far as my education was concerned. At my grandparents' house, the environment was pretty much the epitome of a Christian lifestyle, and there were expectations and there was definite right and wrongs. Even the school books that we used, they were extremely conservative, and they were always godly oriented and not the direction that I wanted to go with my art, and I feel like I didn't have the freedom that I needed to do what I wanted to. After my stepdad came into the picture, I had the actual typical family, and I was able to spend time with my mom and dad, and more than just weekends, and I felt like I had much closer relationships, and when I was at home I had the freedom to draw and express myself however I wanted to. What influenced me to draw and write stories were a lot of Japanese comic books and just stories that had to do with dark themes and just morbid realities of life, and a lot of things that people don't take that seriously, just it's its own genre. But over at my grandparents' house, definitely not something that you should be drawing cute pictures of or making stories out of. Even though it came up before, the idea of me attending a public school, I was afraid to leave just because I didn't want to hurt my family's feelings, or I felt like I owed them a lot. So I continued homeschool up to when I turned 16. I knew what made me happy, and I knew that I wanted to try and make my passion my life, and I felt like I couldn't do it when I was over there. I knew that I wanted to make a graphic novel, like the books that I read for inspiration. It was definitely where I applied my art the most. I wanted to see the characters and stories I had thought up in my head come to life. And I wanted to do it as a fine art, something that took time and effort and just was beautiful, but like it could move. It had more to it than just a still frame. My stepdad's support, whether financially and emotionally, and just believing that I could go ahead to college and that I had this, and I didn't have to rely on my grandparents to go to places that I needed to, was a huge step in me deciding that I could leave. I was already working a job, saving up for a car, just starting to gain some independence and pay bills and make my own life. And after leaving homeschool, I knew that I didn't want to go to a high school, and I didn't want to linger around. I wanted to jump right into the business of art. In the following 2 months, I got my GED, and in the next month, I was attending community college. I'm trying to break into the local art scene. I'm painting more than I ever have before, and drawing more medias and drawing more out of my comfort zone than ever before. Right now I'm setting up to transfer to the Art Institute in fall 2010, and I feel like if you just work hard enough and you don't give up, and that you can attain the respect that you need from the public, so that you can do what it is that you do believe in.